mm,
these
mm,
days people who are rich are something are able to influence the lives of other people, right? So
mm,
it just depends on the
mm.
situations and circumstances is what I believe.
Good morning.
Good morning, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Okay, that's great.
Mm, mm.
Right, right. Okay, fine. So before we begin, do you have any doubts, anything that you want to ask?
I don't think so. We
Hmm.
have discussed the things last time.
Okay. So today's topic is about business ideas. But before moving on to that, we have some other extempore topics as well. So I'll just
Mm,
give out both of the topics. You can then decide whether you want to go with one of them or both of them as you wish. Okay. Is it better to be influential or rich? Is it better to be
mm,
influential or rich? Or parents should not choose their child's career. Parents should not choose
mm.
their child's
Yes.
career.
Yes. I'll go with the second first.
Hmm.
Mm, yes, it is a right statement. Parents should not choose their child's career because it is an independent child is an independent entity. He has got he or she has got her own ideas and career things. So because born up with different talents, different ideas, if you insist on selecting particular or choosing a particular career, it will affect his new upcoming ages or under pressure the child will grow. Uh, we feel parents feel that as we have set up an emperor in particular empire in particular area, that should be carried by our children. It is totally wrong. Because we have built up that empire in particular those days or in the particular situation. But now the child has got different talents. So we should allow him to choose, or we should guide the child. What are the pros and cons of that particular career that the child is going to choose? Like that, there should be a free discussion. And then, if the child decides to choose that one, we should support. The parents' role is of support, should be of supportive type. Hmm. Then only the child will succeed. What I feel.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Their goal should be of supportive type. Of supportive
Supportive.
type.
Hmm.
Okay, instead of that, you can say that, of course, the parents usually have the expertise, experience, they have the knowledge, so they
Uh, uh,
can impart
uh,
their guidance, impart
yeah.
their guidance, impart their knowledge and
Yes.
expertise to the children in every sector and every field that they require the advices about.
Yes. Yeah.
Right, they should support the children no matter what, but they
Yes.
should
Yes.
never try to burden the children with their own set of choices.
Second. Yes. Actually, it burdens a child when we insist and ask the child to choose a particular career or take mm, take active role in the family business or whatever is going on, whatever the parents have set up. If we ask the child in such a particular way, then the child child finds it difficult to cope up with the ideas because a child has different ideas or different interests in the in his or her career.
Hmm. Correct.
Mm, mm,
Like
mm.
earlier, it used to happen most of the time. Like parents were always of the opinion that, okay, since I was not able to do this,
Yeah.
do it when I was a kid, maybe, or
Mm,
during my childhood. I want my child to pursue this. I
mm,
wanted
mm,
to
mm.
become a doctor, but I couldn't do it. So I want my child to pursue it. I wanted to become a singer, and I couldn't do it. So all of these concepts goes around. We used to go most of the time in the earlier days,
Is
back in the days.
earlier days.
So
Mm, mm, mm,
yes, so then I feel that yes, the child has a different capability. It has a unique talent. We shouldn't be burdening him or her with whatever we feel is correct. Of course, he or she may not try to become a singer, may not be interested to become a singer. If he is interested,
yes.
it's well and good. He or she is interested.
Yes.
If not, of
Mm,
course,
mm.
it may not hold good for his career path actually. So yeah, nowadays I can see that the parents have become quite acceptable, and they
Yeah.
have been accepting different career options as well for the children.
They're allowing the children. Mm.
Hmm. Right,
And
right.
maybe because children, while growing in their growing ages, they look from their what I can, that from all ins and outs of that particular
Pros
business
and
or
cons.
pros and cons of that particular career or particular business. So they may not develop interest in that particular business. It is my logic, as per my logic. Mm, correct? Mm,
Definitely,
mm, mm,
definitely.
mm,
It used to happen earlier. So now I
mm,
can feel that there is a lot more acceptance on the part of the parents.
mm.
So even if a person wants to become
Mm,
a
mm.
blogger, social media influencer, and
Yes,
all of
yes, yes.
those different,
Mm, 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 mm.
career options, even if he's planning to pursue, so parents are quite acceptable towards it. So yes,
Yes,
so,
yes. Mm,
hmm,
mm.
right. Now
The
coming to
oth-
yes, tell me.
other topic, something you said, na? What was that topic?
Business other topic. The
Mm.
other topic
Extempore.
was about is it influential? Is it better to be influential or rich? Is it better to be influential or rich?
Uh, it is difficult for me to express. Influential by your one person can be influential by his knowledge or by his mastery over particular subject. You will be influential in the particular area or in a group also. You can speak or you can put your ideas authoritatively. But rich people, that category is different. If you are rich, only you can enjoy or you can have such a, you can own particular type of items, rich. But in society, it will not influence. Just they will say, "Oh, he's having a BMW." Okay, that's. But not make an influence over a period or over a group of people in the society. Only this much I can express if on this line. You anything you want to add? Let me know how we can put this line.
Hmm.
Mm, mm, mm.
So I have seen that there are so many influential people who are rich as well because of the
Ah,
fact that they are influential. Right?
mm,
Like,
mm,
okay,
mm,
most of the influencers, celebrities are the influencers. They are
mm,
influencing our lives. So they
mm,
are earning well, they are rich, right?
mm,
But then there are other people who have been able to influence the lives, but they are not rich, maybe specifically,
mm,
like APJ
mm,
Abdul Kalam, Dr. APJ
mm,
Abdul Kalam. He
mm,
was an
mm.
influential person. People knew him,
Yeah.
people
Mm, mm.
loved him, but he was not
Loud.
as rich as the other people who are
Yeah. Mm.
around him,
True,
right?
true,
And in a
true.
similar
Mm,
manner, there are so many. other you can say speakers. There were so many other such personalities which used to indulge in such philanthropic activities and all of that. So I
yes.
feel yes, they were able to influence the lives, but they were not rich. Why? What is it? What is better, to be influential or rich? I would feel in today's world, because of social media, right? Because of the boom of social media, most of the influencers would, consecutively become rich as well, right?
Mm,
So
mm, mm,
yes, it's
mm,
like I feel it works the both ways. It's good to
mm,
be
mm,
influential first of all, right?
mm,
It is good to be sometimes influential. It might also work the other way around. Like
mm,
these
mm,
days, people who are rich are something are able to influence the lives of other people, right? So it just depends on the
mm,
situations and circumstances, is what I believe. Like all the
mm, mm,
the millionaires and billionaires, people know them, they
mm,
are influential. Why? Because of the fact that they are wealthy, they are rich. All the star kids, all the kids of the millionaires and billionaires companies, CEOs, directors, and everyone, they are a well-known personality. They are influential. Why? Just because of the fact that their fathers or mothers or whatever their generation, I mean their entire family has a lot of wealth. Right.
mm.
So it all depends. It differs from one
Yes,
person to
differs.
another.
Mm.
Hmm.
But
Right.
influential person may or may not be rich.
Mm, definitely.
But because of social media, influential person can earn also. Mm.
Mm,
Earn a lot and become rich
mm,
nowadays. He
mm,
can put his ideas and make it as a business opportunity, find it as a business
mm.
opportunity and earn money. Yes, like that. Correct,
Definitely.
correct. Mm-hmm.
Like for example, all the movie stars now, this thing, TV serials, all the daily soaps,
Mm-hmm.
celebrities, right? Earlier, what used to happen was, once they were out of that popularity, once they
Mm-hmm.
stopped getting the work, so they were out of that league, and they were not able to make a living for themselves, or they were not able to live the life of that influential person or influential crowd again, because they lost it, because they have stopped working in those daily soaps. But now, because of social media, they start blogging in their own respective channel, and since people know them from a certain daily soap, a certain serial, or a certain movie, they start following them. They want to see how they lead their life, what they do in their life, and hence they can become popular out of that, right? So nowadays the sources have increased. The sources of becoming popular or becoming influential has actually increased. It has opened up in
Yes,
various directions, right? So yes.
true.
Okay,
Right.
now
Mm-hmm.
coming to the topic that we have about business ideas. So yes, tell me, have you ever thought of starting a business?
Yes, I have been in that field. I was an entrepreneur uh, for 30 years. Idea should be, if you think of setting up a business, the idea should be a new one. And then, but it is very hard when you are coming up with a new idea. Very difficult to create interest or get customers for particular idea. Then, but if with continuous efforts and honesty, you will definitely succeed. As per my experience, entrepreneurship is very difficult to come up. You can, but nowadays there is lot of scope. Startups, government is supporting for new startups or pitching the idea. They are giving the scope to young generation. There so many competitions. I have seen so many. They encourage the students at their professional courses level only, pitching the idea and giving support and giving big prizes also. And so that in students at student stage only they create interest or make them to think of starting up the business or starting up of their own entrepreneurship like that.
So what
Nowadays, it
kind
is
of
good.
mm,
Mm. It is
okay.
very good uh, s- environment for a person if he or she thinks of starting up a business of his own.
Hmm. Hmm. So what kind of business were you into? Like what service or product
I
you
was
dealt with?
yes. Service industry. I was doing data processing in computer data processing. That was in 1988. I started. And 30 years I did. I was in 88 when I purchased a computer. There was a lot of rush to see the computer, but no one was ready to give me the business or any support or they used to come, how is the computer and this thing. But they, what computer service I'm going to give, to accept it, they were very much doubtful. But I came up with the idea to give some service to bankers only. So that work in those days, banks used to outsource some work that worked
Hmm.
for me. I worked for the district cooperative banks and the state banks, few branches. So it was a very tough time, but after 5 years, everything was set up. So it was very hard for me to create interest, and I was not getting people or and the work employees or for my to support me. So I started with the training center also as with children. I asked or I advertised for graduates who are not working. For them, I asked them to have get idea and study the computers. And out of them only I appointed as my employees. So it worked. And then slowly it worked. And what happened is in 88, there was only one computer in my district. Now everyone is having, and even just see in a 40 years span, it has worked. The awareness was there, is already created. For 5 to 10 years was difficult. But once you come up with idea and if you start your business, immediately other people also they also want to jump into the same business. In the very next year, I got one competitor with the same proposal and this thing. But anyhow, with your, oh, that's why I said, now, with your honesty and with your sincere efforts, you will succeed. But if you prove you are following your commitment, or if you are giving a service in time and
On
with
time.
accurate, on time, and accuracy also is important. Banks need accuracy always. And their whatever is their time schedule, we have to follow, or before time we have to give them service. Then you will create a goodwill in their mind, and you will definitely succeed. I got that goodwill because when in 2000, when banks thought of setting up in-house computers, in-house services, they called me for rural branches. They asked me to convert their data to online this thing, all the data. My employees went there and they worked for that rural branches also. And I was knowing ins and outs, where the difference will be, where the wrong things will happen. So it worked. And while giving also, giving everything, submitting them at the end also, with gracefully, I gave them, and they also had. good with about my working at that time. It was like that is. And afterwards, I totally diverted my business towards train as a training, means franchisee type. Till that, I was doing up to 2000. I was working for banks as a data processing center, and afterwards, I started my franchisee and training center. And after 2018, I handed it over and I joined as an administrator in an educational campus. It was my journey actually. Different.
Hmm.
Um,
Wow,
mm, mm,
that's great. That's great.
mm,
Hmm.
mm.
So they were doubtful. You can also say that they were skeptical. They were,
What is what is that
I
word?
wrote it in the chat box. Skeptical,
Okay,
skeptical.
skeptical.
Skeptical means obviously
Uh,
doubtful,
yeah, no
right? Doubt.
idea about the output. So they were totally afraid of giving me the data
Mm-hmm.
initially.
They were scared of. Mm-hmm.
Scared of, correct. Scared of
Mm-hmm.
is the correct thing. Mm,
They were scared of
mm,
handing
mm,
me
mm,
over or giving me over the data. Of course, those
mm.
data is very confidential. So they
Yeah,
were
that
a little. Hmm.
I used to sign fidelity and secrecy bond for the agencies for mm,
Okay.
whom I used to work. No? It was needed and to
Hmm.
create confidence in them. No?
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
Mm.
That's great. So, yes. So, tell me one thing. Why do some businesses fail?
Fail means continuous efforts is needed. No idea is a bad idea, hmm,
Hmm.
but there should be continuous efforts, and you should be able to come up with new ideas. With the same thing, you cannot. It will not work for a long time. And one more thing is that you should be open up with new. You should give thought for new opportunities also. In the same way, in a traditional way, one will not continue for a long time because and one should be able to find out where we went wrong or why it is not clicking. Analytical mind one should have. In business, uh, there should be dedication and long-term planning should be there. If plan A will not work,
Vision.
vision, no, plan A is not working, immediately you should give a thought for, and work, do homework for plan B also. If this will not
Backup
work,
plans.
backup plan should be there. Failure, one cannot predict, but if the failure comes, you should be able to find out why it happened, and again you have to jump with new idea and want to become successful. It has that failure has taught you, na, where you why it went wrong and why you failed, and that's why you have to keep your mind open. You should not think that, oh no, I am correct. I will move in this way only. This will not work. Why it went wrong? Uh, like you should think. Then only you will come up with new idea and you will succeed.
Hmm.
1 to 2% luck factor is there. Luck factor is there, but efforts and open mind and analytical mind. And the thing you should keep in your mind is finding the solutions always. That should be there in your blood only. It should be there. Mm.
Definitely. So, yes,
Ah,
one
ah,
need to always have a competitive mind. And moreover,
ah,
more than competitive mind, one should always have you can say vision. They should envision,
mm,
for the different possibilities,
mm,
right? For the businesses that they have picked up, right?
mm,
So
mm,
even if plan A doesn't work, like you said, they should move to the
mm,
plan B, right? So
mm,
yes,
mm.
businesses fail because of lack of planning, efficient planning, lack
Mm.
of management.
Yeah,
Not just
management.
planning, but I guess plan management is also very crucial. After you've
Mm.
started a business, it requires a lot of management for you to
Yeah.
manage
Um,
how the business is going, the financial management, everything. Right. So I guess yes. Now this is a startup. There is this startup culture nowadays where many people are starting off new other businesses almost every other day. But there are so many startups which are failing. What do you think? What is the reason? Like for example, there are so many you can say these kind of websites, online websites, food delivery apps, let's say. There are so many food delivery apps now. Earlier it was Zomato, Swiggy, and handful of them. Now there are plenty of them, but not
mm,
everyone succeed. Most of them fail. Why do you think they fail?
but because maybe not giving continuous thought and continuous effort should be there. If they fail, not proper with not proper preparations, they are jumping into the business. They are thinking one how he is doing or he is getting success, I will also do. This tendency should not be there. This mentality. You
Hmm.
come up, this is my business. I want to continue with this. I will move in this way. If this will not work, I will work in another way. Like that, there should be lot of preparation. Giving a thought giving process should be there. Copying will not work. If you have ideas, it should be your own idea. Then only we will come up with new ideas also, and it will work then. Mm. If you borrow an idea from some other person, then this is not a true way of doing your own business. And always there should be in your mind that this if every day you should give new thoughts, and always the people want um, new things na, and different ideas, attractive ideas, catchy ideas, so that it will work. There is a long life for that business.
Hmm.
Otherwise, it will definitely fail.
Yes, imitating the other business model have become a common thing
Yes,
these days.
instead of copying, I would have told it as imitating. Correct.
Yes, yes.
Hmm, hmm,
Imitating the business model doesn't work. You need to have
hmm,
a sustainable plan
hmm.
for yourself that can
Ah,
make you sustain your business for a
yes,
long
yes.
period of time.
Ah.
It's
That's
just
what
because,
bankers also check na, when you ask for finance whether it is feasible, sustainable,